I got you some real expensive soap. I could see you like lathering up afterwards. Pause.
Whoa. Yo. Hey, yo. Yo.
Nah, I didn't mean like that.
Yo, that sound crazy.
Summertime in New York, New York minute. Everything can change in the New York minute. Everything can change in the New York minute. In the darkness, the sirens yell. Somebody going to jail. If you find somebody to love in New York, you better hold on.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to season 2. Yes, I said season 2 of Conchalant, the one-stop shop for all my NYC creatives and more to come together to talk that talk. I'm your host, Contrast, a.k.a. the coziest, a.k.a. Mr. Conchalant himself, and I want to thank you for tuning in. Now, let's get to it. I think it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
We took a little hiatus. This is a new space, as most of you guys can tell. It's been a couple months planning in the process, and the team is great.
Amen.
We got some beautiful people here.
Facts.
My brother, Jerron Lee Harrison,
you
is
honor
here,
me.
a.k.a. Ignis, if you didn't know, a.k.a. Jiggy Ignis, if you didn't know. Now you know. How are you, my brother? What's going on?
I'm good, bro. I'm glad to be on the first episode of the new season with you.
Yes, it feels good. You know, obviously the show is all about getting my NYC creatives all together to just talk about our experiences and talk about, you know, what's going on in our personal lives, going on in our work lives. So it's just good to have you back. Welcome back to the show. It's been, I think, 11 months since our first episode, almost a year.
Almost a year on the dot. Yeah.
So I figured it was only right if we were going to do it again and refresh. Might as well start off with my brother.
Appreciate you.
Yes, how you feeling? How's everything?
I am amazing.
You look tired as fuck.
I'm a little tired.
You a little tired?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I spent about 32 hours flying. I just came back from the motherland.
From the motherland, Jamaica?
Africa.
Africa, okay.
Africa.
Okay,
Yes.
How was that?
Oh, it was great. It was, you know, bro, I'm black, so I know at some point in my life I had to go back and see Africa.
Okay.
I didn't do African ancestry. I just went with some friends to Zanzibar, but very fulfilling.
So what did you do over there? How was the experience? Anything that stuck out to you? Anything that you were like, it's not really my cup of tea?
The first thing that wasn't my cup of tea is that I think a lot of, damn, we about to get crazy in the beginning. A lot of Europeans happen to vacation in Zanzibar, and I think that makes sense because Europe is so close.
Okay.
So a lot of the activities or some of the services seemed like they were kind of catered to said Europeans more so than us.
Gotcha.
And that was, as a black American, that's something you kind of got to adjust to when it's your first time in Africa. Like, that's not what I expected.
Do you feel like you had an advantage being a black American or just American? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you feel like you were more accepted because you were black, or like they were just like Americans, like, ugh?
No, but I did feel safe. Like, I was walking
Okay.
around at night and I felt safe. Like,
Good.
it felt cool. People saw my locks and called me Rasta.
Rasta man.
Off the black, I was like, just having locks don't make you Rasta. We gotta, you know, educate people on different things. But no, I still felt the brotherhood.
And, you know, for me, when I travel, my favorite part is the food. So how was the food?
Yeah, food was cool. When I was there, I didn't really mess with the meats that much, though. I feel like here,
Okay.
two things. One, I think in America, I eat as much as I can. You know, when we eat as much as we can, you know, until we're full. Over there, I felt like I just ate what I needed. And instead of the meats, I ate way more fruits and greens.
Fruits.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like a vegetarian over there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You said one part was more European, right? So what about the other side?
In Kenya, I felt like that was like, Kenya's more connected to the motherland, so I
Okay.
felt more connected there. I saw the places that were just like here, but just with black people. Like, we saw like a Chinese spot and an Indian spot, but nothing but Africans behind it.
That's
making
fine.
the food. Yeah, it was dope.
So, I mean, you know, in Puerto Rico, they do the same thing. Like, they got borichina. So it's like you got, but it's different because it's not Puerto Ricans making the Chinese food, but you have like actual Chinese people who immigrated to Puerto Rico and like just set up shop, and it's dope. So it's similar concept in
Yeah.
a sense, but it's just like, it's just dope. Like, just
Yeah.
traveling the world through cuisine and like,
Do they fuse like the Chinese food with Puerto Rican? Okay.
yeah. Yes. I made this joke one time. I was like, yo, PR is one of the only places where you can get like lo mein and mofongo on the same plate. So like, is just, it makes me happy. I'm hungry right now.
Yeah. Side note, low key, there's a lot of Chinese slash Latin places in the Bronx. I feel like that we grew up with.
Yeah, Sabrosura.
Yeah, like just mad combination places. I'd be wondering how that went. I guess that makes sense, you know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, New York City is one of those places where people are just gonna pull up.
Yeah.
And set up shop and do what they do. So again, traveling the world through cuisine, even in your hometown, even in the Bronx, there's so many different places where you can eat and experience different parts of the world just by tasting the food. So yeah, I love food. Food makes me happy.
You're making me hungry.
So I said before, it's been almost a year since we last spoke. So what have you been up to since that time? I know in that time we had just did our last show as L2TK Media.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the ending of a journey and the beginning of a new one, especially musically.
Yeah.
You know, I think we both were in different situations in our lives at that point. So like, what has changed, or what have you learned? What's been going on since the last time we sat down like this and spoke?
Stepping away from music and just moving into new spaces, you just get time to digest. I'm still being creative, working on new projects, but I think, for example, moving to like a new spot, like I moved away. I lived in the projects 20 some years, and you kind of realize some of the habits you had that were unhealthy, but necessary for you to get to where you are now.
Like your environment dictates how you move and how you like go about your life, and then when you finally get to that next level, you're like, oh, why was I this? But I think it's all necessary.
Exactly. Like I be chilling now. I be going out less. I still get we both get invited to like music scenes, and I do want to go out some more, but I think sometimes when I go there,
it reminds you why you don't go out.
Yeah, and I also get that itch sometimes. Sometimes I'm gonna see an artist that makes me want to, you know, go back in, but I know we don't have the energy, or we're putting that energy in different spots before we're just like dive in and be artists.
I've been like very sacred with how I give my time out, especially since stepping away from music as much. Like, all right, when I get invited out to an event or to a concert or to a show, not that I don't want to support people, but I feel like it's more of a mental thing for me. Is like, I really want to care about who I'm gonna go see, rather than just going to go just to be in people's faces or to stroke my ego and be like, oh, where have you been? You haven't done music.
Exactly.
Yo, when are we gonna collab? Like, nah, I'm good. I just kind of want to enjoy myself. And so people, like, you know, people still come up to us and be like, oh, when you guys, like, not anytime soon, but I'm happy, you know, you missed the creation and the content and everything. But taking a break is so important. I feel like, you know, as creators, and especially people who want to see profit from what we create sometimes, you feel a lot of pressure to just keep creating and keep making things.
Yeah.
And at some point, you run out of ideas, or you just experience that burnout. And that's why I think like breaks are so important. I feel like that's kind of the point where we got to, where we like, let's leave this little part of us behind, but it's never going to leave. It's just like, we're stopping this chapter and we're moving into a different form of what that creation looks like.
And speaking on that, there is, it seems like there's like a timeline, right? So like, I think when you start making music or any creative project, you're just doing it to do it, just because you love it.
Yeah.
And then when you got to the point where there's like a crowd and people who care about it, you want to get more output. And then because of the time we started doing it after SoundCloud, we're like, all right, we need to do it different. We need to be more structured. We need to get here. And then there came to a point where everyone's monopolizing. You're like, it's a little more of a job.
Yeah.
It's a little more like, I need to do it, blah, blah, blah. And we can make songs easily.
Yeah.
But it takes away from point A where we started. So now when you take that break, you get back to point A, like, what do I want to do just to do it? And then, I don't know.
And, you know, it's music is a love, and it's a language, and it's like sometimes you don't want to kind of keep forcing yourself. And like, I stepped away from music for a while, and now I'm finally like getting back into producing and like just keeping that muscle going, just because I love music. Like, it's always going to be a part of my life. But you know, now we also kind of like doing film stuff, which you've just finished a project. You want to talk a little bit about that?
I'm working on a short film titled Alphonse, and also working on a soundtrack that accompanies said short films.
Okay.
Both worlds.
Right. And what is Alphonse about?
Alphonse, without giving too much away, because as you know, there's a big surprise in there, is a psychological
A big surprise.
short. It's a psychological comedic. What the fudge? Damn. Hold on, I got it.
Comedic, dark.
Psychological dark comedy about value that we explore through the lives of a couple that has jobs that keep them at bay.
Okay.
And we get to see how the value and loves they develop put strain on them. I suck at writing, or used to suck at writing love stories. So this is a yes, horrible.
Okay.
So this is a good non-love story. Let me shut up. But yeah, it's a good story.
Nah, that's what you're supposed to tell everybody. You're supposed to tell us why you sucked at writing love stories.
Why'd I suck at writing love stories?
stories?
Because love is love. You know what I'm saying?
Love is love. Love is love.
There's Hollywood love, and then there's like the love you grew up with. So like, there's like good baby mama / baby daddy love of people who ain't together but they make it work. Like I love that. That's a good dynamic.
You said this in the last time we spoke.
I did say that, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, there's the different dynamics where it comes to love.
Mm-hmm.
So I just couldn't get a handle on that early
Gotcha.
as a writer, but I can
Okay.
write about other things that were more literal. Now I'm experimenting. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
And you know, sometimes as creators and artists, you know, we always do the what. Like whatever comes into our head, we just want to make it.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't need a reason why we want to make that thing. It's just like, all right, it's in me. Let me just do it. But is there a reason why you wanted to create this project?
At the time I wrote the script, I'm gonna read one real quick. Another thing that was great about Africa is that I got some good writing done. I think every time I travel.
What were you writing?
What did I write in Africa? I was writing a project I'm working on with you. Yes. Yes.
Don't make it hot now. We can tell a little. We can tell a little bit.
A little bit. I'll say
smidge.
it's a detective story. It's a detective story based in the Bronx.
Y'all hear that? Based in the Bronx.
Based in the Bronx, and it's so cool. It's gonna be told from a Black Rican perspective, the Black and the Puerto Rican
Yes,
combination.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
yeah, we gonna see what's up. It's been fun.
It's gonna be a real New York experience.
I'm doing my duolingo, getting my Spanish up. You know what I'm saying? So
What's your streak?
400.
400, my brother.
400. Yes, bueno.
I don't even know how to speak Spanish. Man. I'm proud of you. I'm a horrible Puerto Rican sometimes.
I'll be learning from you, so we gotta.
You gonna teach each one?
Yes, I know. I know how to order.
Me too.
Yes.
That's because I got a belly.
Yes, arroz con pollo.
Is that your favorite dish when you go into the Spanish spot?
Everybody eat rice. Everybody eat rice and chicken.
Word.
Yeah, and negro frijoles. wait, no, there's another word for it. No, don't worry. What was the question again? Oh yeah.
So,
my why.
Why is Alphonse important to you? Why did you create that? Habichuela negra.
Habichuela.
Yeah, habichuela negra.
Habichuela negra. Okay, thank you. The why. At the time I wrote Alphonse, I was also traveling, and yeah.
Okay, you were traveling.
Habichuela negra. At the time I wrote Alphonse, I was also traveling, and that was the time after COVID, when I think crypto was on the rise. Different things of identity were talked about in media, and there was like a common thing about value. And I wanted to write something that reflected the value you give to something can make it more real, like we saw in said examples.
Gotcha.
So that was the why behind why I wanted to even tackle it, or why it piqued my interest, and also just the great conversations I have with y'all, you know, behind closed doors, just about like weird concepts. And if something like piques my interest, then I'm like, huh?
That sounds crazy.
We be talking about what will happen if like it's stupid, but like it's things so like what happens if like a zombie just walked through? You know, we just talk about weird ass things like that.
If a zombie was to just walk through right now?
Yes, like we talk about weird ass things like that.
Zombie walks through right now. What are you doing? What's the first thing you're doing?
What's the first thing I'm doing? Am I running? Am I getting a weapon? I think I'm gonna get a weapon and be defensive and look to see what that zombie does.
In this room, what's the weapon you're gonna grab?
Rin.
Listen, I thought we would probably just grab one of these.
Nah, that's too close. That's too close.
That's supposed to be too close.
No, I don't want to hit something too close. I need distance, bro.
You need distance.
Whack it with something.
So you're gonna whack it with
Whack it with Rin. Just throw him over there. Yeah.
You look like a good weapon.
Yeah, that or a laptop, something like that.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, Alphonse, you had a phenomenal crew. I was there.
Oh yeah, great crew.
We
Shout out to y'all.
shot 2 days. You want to talk about 3 days? We shot 3 days?
3 days.
We did?
We had 2 days, and then we had a third.
You're right.
Yep.
My brain was.
It's all good.
It
Yep.
was a time. It was a
I
time.
know. We were going to war.
You want to speak a little bit about how that experience was and your director role and how your crew was, and any funny stories or anything that happened?
Yeah.
Because I have mine, but
okay.
What are yours?
I say what I appreciate about my crew, outside of just their talent, willingness to work, they're very direct with me. And I think to be direct and honest entails a certain respect going both ways. I respect everybody who worked on it. I know after the first day, shout out to Tommy, my DP, Jordy, the AD. We, after the first day, they were like trying to give me feedback, but they were talking to us. I was like, guys, tell me how you need to tell me. And they told me very directly what they liked, what they didn't like, and we fixed that up the next day. Gotcha. I love those dynamics.
Okay.
A story, man, you know this. The end of day 2, we shot the majority. End of day 1, we shot a lot of the film, the content we needed. And the film ends, there's an outside scene.
Okay.
We took an hour and some change to set up the outside scene. We got the talent now. We're like, yes, we're getting all the stuff we needed for day 1. And as you can guess, as things that happen very frequently, right when we're about to shoot, when the talent's ready, boom, it starts raining around all the equipment, around everybody. And I remember looking over at my boy, at Tommy, and he's just looking up.
Yeah, I could see him looking up, being all poetic.
Looked like a sad anime scene real quick. He was like, and I looked at him, and I was like, damn it.
Nah,
so
that day for me, because when did we shoot that? July?
Yes.
Your crib gotta be the hottest place ever.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna talk about that because you know people say making films is like going to war. You be having us in war conditions for real.
Yeah.
Not even on all your shoots. Why is it that we all have to suffer?
We sweating bullets. We eat good. We ate amazingly.
Shout out to Naomi. You are one of the greatest chefs to ever touch our lives.
Oh my
we want to thank you right here on the show.
Why you did that? You made
because you be holding everybody down, and the weight of my heart is through my belly, and I'm so happy that you're around. Cause we love you, sis.
Why do you do that? You
made
shish kebabs and you cut the fries up and made fresh fries.
And it's perfectly seasoned
with your own sauce.
And they even traveled well. And we had sauce, and people was literally sipping the sauce.
You put it in Tupperware for the individual. Come on, dog.
You're a blessing.
We pay for catering from certain places on certain film sets, and they don't do it as good as you. And that's just from the kitchen of the Bronx. You ate that.
Shout out to all our Bronx people out here, man.
For real.
We killing it.
For real. Oh, man.
But yeah, that's amazing, bro. It was such a fun experience to see you like get your vision out there, especially with this type of story. It's very interesting, very different from what I think you're used to and what people are used to seeing from short films and from people in the Bronx that look like us. So I think it's just a fun experience to have. I may or may not have had a small role
he in there.
In the film.
He in there.
So that was a fun experience for me. It was also really cold because we had to pick up a whole other season.
Yes.
Films. This is how it's done. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. You got to plan accordingly and adjust. And our adjustment was to shoot an outside scene.
Yeah.
Brick. So fun time. Thank you for that.
Yes. Thank you for toughing it out.
Shout out to Muso because my car was holding for people who weren't being used, and he turned my car on and left the battery on, and the engine wasn't running.
Yeah.
So my battery died.
Yeah.
My car wouldn't start. But shout out to Ren, who is part of the team here, because he's also a very. Can I classify you as a mechanic?
Good with cars.
He's got a way with cars. Boosted my cars. So shout out to you. Thank you. Shout out to Muso. You killed my car.
Yo,
we still love you.
Yes. You held it down on set too, bro. We love you.
Yes, yes. So, obviously, you just finished shooting Alphonse. I wanted to speak a little bit about facts.
Did you finish?
Yeah. I wanted to speak a little bit about your crew and like the importance of having a good team and networking and building those like lasting relationships.
My mind goes a few different places when you ask me that. One, I remember that before shooting Alphonse, I was on set for a lot of different things that helped me along the way till when the day came and we were having to hold things down. Even just things as script supervisor, as PA, production coordinator, all those things helped me make sure that I was level-headed and can approach situations with good problem-solving skills.
Gotcha.
Networking is important, but I also think connecting is important. I actually was talking to Rin about this on the way here, so this is perfect. I think there's a type of networking that occurs even in our industry of what's your skills and what can you do and how can we complement each other. And there's also a genuine care for like people's art form and how we can make something happen.
Gotcha.
Projects you worked on, projects I worked on, projects people we love worked on. Sometimes we don't have the resources to make it happen the way other people can make it happen.
Yeah.
And we just gotta get it out the mud. So one, I'm grateful that I got people who believed in the vision of what I was doing and were willing to like go through certain conditions and see that vision through. And also just people I care about on an artistic level. It's more about connection. Like,
absolutely.
Yes, the DP on there, the person who did the gaffer, everybody, they bring some to the table as storytellers. We met Janelli, and we were just like, yo.
Love Janelli.
Yo,
Shout out to Janelli.
Yes, the way her mind works.
Seeing things that we would just look at it and be like, no, this is fine. She's like, no, it's not.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see what's wrong with it.
Exactly. The actors, they took the characters on themselves. All that I see as creative connection. Like there's an entity and everybody's giving their all or giving a new piece of that entity and we make something beautiful. So
it's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I love collaboration. I love,
Yes.
just creating things. I love networking, as you know, like I'm a little standoffish sometimes, but
we got to trade off sometimes.
Yeah. We end up switching sides, but I love networking. I love, making like lasting relationships with people because you never know at what point, it'll come full circle and you'll be like, I have this opportunity or I have this thing going on and I know the perfect person or vice versa. They think of you and they're like, hey, like, I know we met on this set not too long ago. I think you would be perfect for this. So keeping a good standing with people is, I think is important as well, especially in this industry or it's just rather in any industry, people are quick to write you off if you don't fit their ego and whatever. So finding genuine people actually to have those relationships with and to continue that collaboration with is super important. Speaking of relationships, my brother, last time we were on here, we talked about Valentine's Day and we talked about a bunch of crazy love stuff that I honestly, who knows where our brains were going. But there was something that I wanted to kind of revisit. Especially it's been a year and our lives have kind of changed a little bit. You spoke about the balance between our creative lives and balancing a relationship. And there's actually a clip right now that I want to play so we can kind of hear it and just have it as a refresher in mind.
It's hard to talk about dating, especially with what you're doing, with what we're doing, because I feel like there's stages of time. Like there's stages of time where you're really locked in and I'm buying all this equipment and I'm working on a new project and then you can't really focus on somebody.
How's that changed for you since the last time you spoke about it?
How's it changed?
I don't want to drop too much information, but you are in something right now.
Yes. Not too much has changed in terms of my mindset. Let me structure this better. I think that I still think as a creative, it's difficult sometimes. But also at that time, I think I spoke on, I'm trying to recall, but I believe I spoke on the fact that there's pockets of time that you are like more available.
Yeah.
And it's about what you do with those pockets of time. I think I spoke about this last year. I was like, when they just like you for you and you let the creativity be the creativity,
so
then that's
it's not liking Ignis, it's not liking Jerron the director, it's just liking Jerron.
you just be you when you're with, and then your creative side can just be your creative side. I think that's a good balance.
You have
and then there's an understanding of them letting you have that space for it.
And it's good to feel supported in that front too. Like, all right, you care about me for me, but you also can care about the things that I value as far as my creativity. And if I'm gonna make beats, like, and I play you something, like, I mean, you don't have to love it, but like, just be like, yo, good for you. Like, I love that you're making things. Like, yo, thank you, boo. Like, I love that. Just having that, but again, going back to balance, like having that balance between I need this time for myself to create things, but also like our time together, it can be shared and can be, pushed forward and how would I rephrase this?
I'm actually kind of curious because like I'm wondering if other artists are looking for more in their partners, and maybe that can lead to like some bad things, because like we all know the whole thing about like John Lennon and like Yoko Ono and stuff like that, and that inherently implies like almost an imbalance sometimes. And I don't know. Do you think most people, or especially artists, are looking for too much in their partners in that way?
I think it depends because, you know, sometimes as artists, we become insecure and we look for that support or that security when we don't feel it. And we look for it in a partner that makes us feel secure about ourselves, which, of course, with having a good partner and having a good relationship, you need security, you need safety. But I think it becomes too codependent on when I don't feel good about myself here, I need you to make me feel good so then I, in turn, can go back and feel good about this.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of self-growth that needs to happen. It's like developing your identity. You develop your identity as an artist and you're secure with that identity, then you're not going to need anybody else to tell you that you're good. You'll know you're good.
Yeah.
But having somebody who can just support that and support your ideas and your feelings, and you know, if I have somebody and I go, hey, what do you think about this idea, and we talk about it, and maybe she necessarily doesn't agree with what I want to do, but we have this dialogue and we, you know, poke out the holes, like those are the things that make me happy, and make me feel like my relationship is worth something.
I see that.
So I don't know if I fully answered your question.
Yeah,
but
like a good understanding to agree to disagree, and you still have your own process in the midst of that. Yeah.
You know, and like the little things about relationships too are the things that make me happy, and like again, just being able to share ideas or share things that I like. Like I love the Yankees, I love Spider-Man. Showing that part of myself to somebody and them accepting that or you know, supporting that and I guess kind of interacting with like my inner child on those things is super important. Even like for me, food is amazing. Being able to eat with somebody and just kind of bond over that activity is something I love. Like, you know, we could go have a good steak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have some mac and cheese, and a little sun. Boom, and I'm like, oh, like me and Shorty eating. Life is amazing right now. So what are the little things in like your relationship that you know, you kind of value or that you enjoy?
One, I value honesty. I think I said that last year. I value honesty. Two, but fun things you're talking about doing.
Yeah, like just the.
I like silly movies. Like there's certain movies that are kind of stupid that I would not watch on my own time, but I watch with like Shorty. And also love like food places. Like
food places.
Certain food
where
places,
y'all like to eat at?
Man, I don't know. I can't spell the sauce.
Oh, hold up. Speaking of food, my brother. You know where I'm gonna go with this? Yo, last time we were here, and everybody who's seen the first episode can attest to this, and I named the episode after this. We spoke about barbecue pasta.
Yeah.
I'm gonna expose you.
Why?
Yo, my man's likes to put barbecue sauce and pasta together, and that's a meal.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I want y'all to know, when I made that pasta the first time, I tried it with pasta sauce, and pasta sauce is mid. It's regular. It's expected. If barbecue sauce tastes good, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to put barbecue sauce on my pasta.
Everybody was flaming him on Instagram, on YouTube, in person, coming up to you. People who I think haven't even talked to you in a while has seen you and was like, yo, barbecue pasta, bro?
Yo, I don't know where y'all was coming from. That's crazy.
Well, talk a little bit about that. Like, what's it like being on the receiving end of the criticism of barbecue pasta?
That was nuts, because we made music for years, bro. We ain't put out no songs, and I got the same reception I did as if I dropped music. People was like, what's going on? What's this thing? Pasta does not have to be exclusive to tomato.
We know. We know.
But
it doesn't have to
regret nothing. I regret nothing. Honestly, I've even moved on to new recipes, bro. I was telling my bro about this the other day. I'm making fried tuna rice, bro. Fried rice. I'm making fried tuna rice, bro. I'm doing my thing. Shout out to everybody who was open-minded enough to see the vision. Everybody else, y'all gotta try it before you knock it. I stand on it.
Speaking of trying it, I heard you made something for me today.
Oh yeah, I brought you a little surprise, bro.
Made me a little surprise.
Brought you a little surprise, yo, my boy.
Want to bring it out?
Yeah, my boy Ren. Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Ren.
I got you some extra barbecue sauce too.
Do you want to hook it up for me?
Shake it up. I'm gonna just shake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we doing live barbecue pasta right now.
Let me know when to stop, bro. I just brought a little extra to splash on top. See?
Okay.
Let me know to stop.
And then wherever you think I'm gonna experience the most flavor.
I want you to make sure that you first of all mix it up a little bit. Make sure you get a little bit of chicken with the pasta. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Yo,
live.
if we get
This is-
salmonella on the show,
I cook my chicken well. Let's not do that.
how you be cleaning it right?
Yes, I clean it right.
Right.
Yes. The only issue that people had was that I didn't use your damn tomato sauce. Y'all are
Yo,
programmed.
your chicken looks like beef, bro.
Yo, bro, it's chicken.
All
Y'all
right.
are programmed to put tomato paste or whatever the hell you do, spaghetti paste,
Okay.
on your pasta.
I think I mixed it well enough.
Okay.
All right,
So
so-
make sure you get at least 2 things of pasta
2 things of pasta.
and then one thing of chicken.
1 thing of chicken.
Yeah. It's a little cold, bro, because we doing the
Somebody
same.
want to say a prayer, Deacon?
Mm-mm.
All right. God
Let's do
bless.
this. He's laughing.
Tastes like struggle.
You playing with me, bro. How the chicken taste?
The chicken tastes good.
Chicken tastes good?
Chicken tastes
I know
good.
how to season
I'll give you
my
that.
chicken. Yeah.
I'll take another piece of chicken. But
It's cold.
barbecue sauce coated on pasta, maybe not my favorite. I'll give it another taste. I think the chicken is good, bro.
The chicken is good? Okay. I'll rock
It's
with it.
just-
I'll take my things.
You know. Yeah.
You not feeling it?
I think like
It's okay.
it's
okay.
an interesting.
Is it interesting? You know what?
It's not bad.
You know what? I'll take that because y'all was acting like y'all was gonna die.
Can we?
Yes. So it's not bad.
I mean,
It's not your taste. though.
it's not bad. It's just I think barbecue sauce on pasta. Can I have the napkin back? I got barbecue sauce all over my fingers. Thank you.
You can try some of that if you want, Rambo's.
You know, barbecue sauce on pasta maybe isn't the way to go, but I acknowledge your effort.
Okay.
And listen, guys, you gotta be able to try some things.
I appreciate you for trying it.
Thank you for making
Yes,
it, bro.
you don't gotta-
I appreciate it. I know you put a lot of
I cook-
effort
I cook for you. I
into
cook for-
boiling pasta and just dousing it in barbecue sauce. I know that was a lot for you.
Yes, it was, and then making sure that the chicken was right with it.
The chicken
What
was
you
good, bro.
like, the chicken?
What'd you season the chicken with?
Oh no, I kept it basic, bro. Shout out to my mom. Shout out Martina. Shout out everybody. I kept it light, bro. Adobo.
Adobo, okay.
Garlic, black
Okay.
pepper, little surprise in there. I can't tell them everything. But come on.
Surprise!
Okay, yeah.
You trying to poison me?
Uh-huh.
You trying to poison me?
Nah, just to do a little extra in there.
What does that mean? What is that extra?
Don't worry about it. I'll tell you later.
All right. Sounds good, bro.
Mm.
Well, we tried barbecue pasta today. We did that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you
You've
very
come
much.
so far. You know, you're a homeowner, which
Mm-hmm.
most people maybe not know.
Yeah.
And I guess that's how barbecue pasta exists because when you're paying bills, you gotta do some other things to make stuff happen.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, I'm
Um,
experimenting with the new recipes, bro.
Being self-sufficient.
Yeah,
good for you.
tuna fried rice.
Tuna fried rice.
is my new thing right now.
Tuna fried rice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you
glad
very much.
I'm glad you're figuring
Yo,
that
come on,
out.
Bro, I'll cook for you. It's all good.
I'm okay, but like being in your own space now, being a homeowner, being self-sufficient, how is that for you? Is it like similar to the plight of like working on albums or making a film, or is it just something more personal to just like your internal personal thing? There's not like a similarity with like your creative struggles or your creative endeavors.
It works a different muscle. It's more so taps into a little bit of entrepreneur brain because you want to make sure that you own something.
Yep.
A little bit of the Black American brain because as a people, we just want to make sure that we're like reinvesting. And I'm glad that I have a property. I'm not gonna say where, but I have a property close to a place that I can call home.
Yeah.
And that's something I could pass down generationally.
Okay.
Because no matter what son or daughter I have, they're also going to be a Black American and they can inherit something and we can build from
Absolutely,
there. Because
yes.
I ain't grow up with that. So on that level, just as someone who wants to, I don't want to say break generational curses, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I mean, there's things that we weren't set up for.
Yeah.
That now, we can acknowledge.
Yeah.
And we become aware, and we put in the process to change those things and to understand why they happen and how we can change it. So
Yeah.
more power to you, bro.
Yes.
I'm proud of you always.
Appreciate it.
I think what you do is amazing.
Thank you.
When you first moved in, I was so proud of you.
Yeah, I still use your soap. The soap you got me.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah,
but
yeah, my bad.
I bought, listen, Whenever anybody move in, I'm gonna buy you something real good.
Yeah.
I got you some real expensive soap.
That soap was nice.
It's nice.
Yes.
You know, I'm glad it works for you.
Thank you.
I could see you like lathering up afterwards. Pause.
Whoa. Yo. Hey, yo. Yo. What the
Okay.
Yo.
We gonna strike that. Yo, shut up, bro. Yo. Nah, I didn't mean it like that. All right, boom. So
Wait, go give me
we
a
just
second.
had a laugh attack. All right. Shut up, bro. Yo. So you moved in.
Okay, yeah.
I bought you some expensive soap. That shit smells good.
Yeah, it does.
I know you be. Bro, why you still laughing, bro? You can't take bro nowhere.
Okay.
Yo, put this in a blooper reel, gang.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Back to business, cause somebody don't want to stop laughing over here.
You started it, bro.
I ain't started nothing. I was saying, bro moved in to his crib. I buy expensive gifts. I got you some really nice soaps, and you know, I was like, bro, just gonna have himself a time. Get your on. You gotta stop laughing, bro. You gotta stop
Stop
laughing.
saying that, bro.
What do you mean?
Yo, that sound crazy.
That sound crazy?
He said, bro, go have himself
Okay.
a time. I'm just saying, I bought himself.
Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Okay, all right, just strike that one.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
When you be cleaning the house, Jerome, shut the fuck up, bro.
Stop laughing. I'm looking this way, bro. I'm looking over here. I'm looking over here. Go.
That's not how a conversation
Okay,
works.
fine.
You gotta
I'm
look at me.
looking at you.
Yo, bro.
Okay.
So you be cleaning your house, right? Obviously, you the homeowner. You gotta clean.
Yes.
What you be listening to while you clean?
Oh, I listen to a lot.
Hey, or like, what's the first album you're gonna put on? Or like, what's the last album you listened to?
That's hard. I've been doing this thing where I listen to monthly playlists because I
Okay.
feel like I listen to so much music now.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much hip hop now, but so much music that I need to remember where it is or have a little mental bank of where it is. So whatever I
Gotcha.
listen to for the month is what I usually put on.
Any songs or artists in particular?
Last year, in terms of albums I was listening to that deluxe of Chris Brown's 1111 a lot.
Okay.
Like, yeah, quite a lot.
Is Press Me is on there?
I think so. I think
Let
so.
me see it,
Mhm.
and you come to me. Yeah, that's my joint right there.
Yeah, and I listen to, as you know, a lot of old school R&B in general.
That's good. I love her. I love her. Yeah, I love it.
hmm
You want to make an R&B album one day?
Maybe one day it's gonna be a little farther down the line, but you know, get the abs. I'm in there. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know we spoke a little bit about still kind of making music to flex the creative muscle, and I think before you mentioned Alphonse has a soundtrack. Can you
Yeah.
talk a little bit more about that and what that process is like?
Yeah, last year or a few years ago when we did Calypso and I worked on the score with Jose, aka Lil Forge.
Shiloh Forge. Big Forge now.
Yeah, Big Forge, bro. I liked that I got to dive into the music and see how that connected to what we shot and the story, and that kind of just set something off in my brain of just how all these things we do are connected to each other.
Gotcha.
So I like the idea that we're still gonna do a score, but having a soundtrack on top of that where I can still use my words, because Calypso is based off a song already. Alphonse is just based off the idea, so now I can
Yeah.
develop songs from the idea.
And you just kind of create these like different elements in which this idea can be experienced.
And I don't gotta do a concept album like off the. I don't have to do a concept album. You know how much work that takes off of just like from ground zero. Now I'm just
Yeah.
going off of source material.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be great.
And I guess I'm working on
Yes,
the
he's
album
working
too.
on it. He's working on it. Yeah.
Yep. Lending some production, some
Yeah.
writing.
Some
so this
unreleased
is-
verses.
some verses.
Oh yeah,
I ain't rapping no more.
we got something. Don't worry.
You gonna use AI vocals on me?
No. We got something already. I got your old verses, bro. We made music for a long time. Don't worry.
We have been making music for a long
Yeah.
time, man. Do you think you'll ever come back to like fully making music?
Fully making music, I feel like I'll come back to experimenting with the art form. I'm always gonna make music. I don't
Yeah.
know what that's gonna look like right now, but like music ain't gone. I still got a lot in me,
Yeah.
and a lot of stories to tell and ways I can go about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, again, like I said before, I love music. It's always going to be a part of my life. I'm always going to want to create. I think as far as being an artist performing on stage, not that I don't miss it. I just think that part of me is not necessarily gone, but I think I've just kind of moved on from that that want or that vision.
Like it doesn't have to be the primary thing.
Yeah, like
Yes.
you know, when I was in high school, and and we would all rehearse, and like we talked about, yo, one day like we're gonna be on stage in front of 1,000 people or 2,000 people, and sell out shows, and then like I was like, 1,000 people. Like I don't think I want to be around those people anymore. Like I still want to make music, but I don't think I want to do it for the masses. I think I want to do it because I love it and because it makes me feel good. And if I find people along the way that make me want to feel, or rather not make me want to feel, but that make me feel good about making music and make me feel good about collaboration, then I'll work on something. And it's just I don't want to make it as far as putting it out there, and I'm gonna make music to be released, and people are gonna hear it, and I gotta market it, and I gotta. Yeah. It's just I can't.
It was a lot.
It was a lot, and it was an amazing experience for us. But I just I feel like it's not where our story is headed.
Yeah.
It just became a reason why we all joined, and now we're just kind of elevating into something else.
Yes, and a little bit of an expectation thing. I think I spoke about this a little bit, where like even when Calypso came out, I think a lot of even the intro, which I love, Jerron, Ignis, and like a lot of people still viewed me as a rapper who was writing at that time. People who I love and I understand, and honestly, I think I'm a good rapper, so I'm not mad at that. I'm never mad at that. But it was a rapper who was writing. It wasn't viewed as a screenwriter yet. Yeah. So like I'm excited in this point of my life to prove myself as a screenwriter and like a different creative. So now it's screenwriter and rapper that you have to bring into the discussion when you mention me, as opposed to just Ignis. Which honestly, I understand, bro. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, even now we go back to like certain places and they're like, yo, when you coming out with your next project, I'm like, bro,
watch the podcast.
Watch the podcast. Yeah. Watch the podcast. Like, I'm doing a bunch of other stuff right now. Watch the podcast. Conchalant, baby. We here. Conchalant.
We here.
So just kind of wrap up on this here. Like, what are you doing in your off time now? I know we spoke a lot about our creative work. We spoke a lot about Alphonse. We spoke a lot about soundtrack. But what's going on with Jerron outside of that? What is Jerron doing for fun nowadays?
What is Jerron doing for fun? One of the most fun things I've done in years is we have a basketball team full of people who don't play basketball. A basketball team full of musicians and filmmakers who don't play basketball.
Or want to be models.
Yes, and want to be models. And it's so fun. Shout out Edison.
Shout out to Edison, bro. Yes. He the big dog.
Like we get mad, we yell at each other, but you see a different side of everybody who you have a creative work relationship with or just a friendship with.
Yeah,
like just
even Jay played.
Oh yeah.
Jay was on the team.
Yo, sharpshooter, bro.
Sharpshooter. Jay was getting tight.
Going crazy.
Yo, I'll never
defense.
forget. I won't name names. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know you're talking.
Listen, when you're on a team, everybody deserves their PT, their playing time. But sometimes when you in the game, you don't want to leave. And shout out to Jay. He was like, "Yo, you not taking me out."
Yeah,
and I respect it. He was like, "Yo, I want my time."
Some dude went to the what you call it, the table, and was like literally looked at him, called him.
Jay
looked. He was like,
"Nah, sit down."
He kept
sit
going.
Down, bro.
I was like, yeah.
Yep. So we do have a fun team. Yo, listen, I'm gonna say it right now. Our team is trash, but if anybody wants to come out and support us, I'd be happy to like send y'all the information so y'all could come see us ball in real life and tell us that we're trash in person, and maybe, just maybe, all that negative banter will force us to maybe do better and prove y'all wrong.
Yep, and maybe y'all see something that we don't see, and it'll click finally after the 4 years of us losing.
4 years, wow, been doing that a long time. 4 years of us losing.
Yeah.
So you got Alphonse coming down the pipeline. We got the soundtrack for Alphonse coming down the pipeline. We got this rebrand coming.
Man, I got a board at home of all the damn projects we working on.
Yeah, we working on a lot, man.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for everybody to kind of just peek into what we've got going on, and be able to view what these Black and Spanish kids from the Bronx is doing. And man, yo, my brother, it's been amazing to have you here once again.
My pleasure. It's okay that you didn't like the barbecue pasta, but I appreciate your honesty.
Maybe we're gonna have to do the tuna fish fried rice next time.
Yes.
But just want to say, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for watching. This is Jerron, Ignis, Lee, Harrison, the 20th.
Wow. The first.
The first, the
Yes.
one and only. I want to thank you for coming on the show, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. And catch you on the next one. That concludes today's episode of Conchalant with Ignis, Jerron, Lee, Harrison, my brother. You can find him at Jiggy Ignis on Instagram. Make sure you follow me at Contrast NYC. I'm sure it'll be like somewhere right here where you can see it. And support the show, Conchalant, on IG and Patreon. And I'll see you on the next one.